One shot for every...
It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC South. It's the Saints and the Panthers on Monday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight we'll have the final two games of this kickoff week. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, they certainly took a shot to open this game. I know it backfired with the interception, but no lack of bravado from that sideline at all. And look, they told us before the ball game, they wanted to be a little more dangerous on offense. They wanted to take a few more chances. That opening pass certainly set a tone. Maybe a turnover, but I don't think it'll stop them from trying again the rest of this game.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Boy, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Fields to throw on 3rd and 1. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They snap it to Fields. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you punt the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like
this is intercepted. And the Panthers will take over possession here up at the 44. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. They'll roll him out right. That's going to be caught by Waddle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yeah, indeed, the flag is out. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Well, following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Well, just the last thing you want to see here in the first quarter of a new season. Hopefully nothing serious. We'll step aside for a moment. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that's going to bring up second down. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll find Pittman. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Caldwell toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. They're going right back to Pittman. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Off the play fake. Caldwell. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. There's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. The kick by Lutz is good, and the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, it's Fields. Now wasted time going right back to DK Metcalf. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
He's got room at the 30. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roll home and picked up big yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down and 4, Fields. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. He's at the 50, 30, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way. Makes a great play on the foot.
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd and 10, Fields. That's complete to Pierce. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Fields. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Fields throwing again. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Fields. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes away what could have been a touchdown. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fields, flush to his right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. And he's got Pierce. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 19. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Draw play, Etienne. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Fields. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is third down and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. Santos' kick is up and through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the third drive's the charm. They are on the board, albeit with just a field goal.
Yeah, 3 points from 3 drives. That's not going to win you a whole lot of football games. Hopefully the fact they were able to move the ball a little bit can wake up their offense.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Throwing on first down, Caldwell. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. On first down, Caldwell. Throw left side taken in by Pittman. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. And let's see who's faster.
Looking to throw on second down. Caldwell. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a third and long. They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone. On third down, Caldwell. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The kick by Lutz is good, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the offense for the Panthers here getting the football back. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground, Etienne. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Fields over the middle and complete to Waddle. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Here's Fields. Catch is made by Metcalf. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. On 1st down, Fields. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
They'll drop that underneath to ETN. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Fields going to hurry his guys to the line. Throwing again is Fields. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far, and never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. On second and goal, Fields looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
A final shot before the break, Fields. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Jalen Waddle as time expires in the first half. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. A final shot before break. Fields. And this is going to be caught. So they get 2 more on the half's final play, and they shave 8 off this deficit as we head to the break. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find... All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the third. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
On play action, Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
And he comes back with one complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Fields. Looking long for Thomas. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Fields now to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Every
everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
And some room to work. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Off-play action, Fields. There goes a deep ball, end zone. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DK Metcalf with career touchdown number 60. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Santos for the extra point, and the lead is up to 5. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just letting our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? Probably have no idea doing it. A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Kamara off the draw. And some space here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, 73 yards. And the Saints have retaken a third-quarter lead. They've done a good job of holding him down in the first half, but he explodes for a big one right there.
Yeah, I've got an image in my head of him being surrounded by a bunch of people, really, with ropes and other things trying to keep him locked in.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for 2 too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
Now a first down throw, Fields. He's got a man, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Fields on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Now Fields. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 36. Etienne up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Holding, offense.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Etienne once more. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. So they elect to pass there on the two-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Take it in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense and Alvin Kamara heading back onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now she's trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Kamara up the middle. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made it really nice.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Pittman. 72 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Looks good on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the third. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Johnson won't return this, and the football will come out to the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Here we go on 4th down, Fields. Thomas has got it, complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down. And we're back now in Charlotte. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Fields throw complete there to Thomas. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, a run with ETN. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Here's Fields. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a 1st down here. A shotgun snap, Fields. He'll find Metcalf. And he's going to get this down near the 25. back to the ground with Etienne.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Out of the gun, Fields. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
8 yards to go on second down. Straight ahead, Etienne.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Another tote for Etienne.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the 4th. So a chance to give his guys a second-half lead there, but it goes by the wayside.
And, Brandon, that's the worst sound in the world for an NFL kicker. Gong!
That was good. Do that again.
Gong!
Now he's forced out right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Fields.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already.
Back to throw. Fields. Finding Etienne here. Catching it on the out route.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left.
Santos' kick is up and through.
And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor.
Let's go now.
This is only week 1 of the season, folks. Get strapped in as they come up here 1st and 10. The throw out to Ross. He's got it.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Saints in the hurry up here. Clock continuing to roll. The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Very much in range for a tying field goal as they hurry to the line. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
Well, they'll take that every time with a lead, first down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick.
And the Saints come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only